All right, so we're gonna do some Lions jerseys. Just something simple, obviously. So what you gotta start with is obviously you have to recolor everything and play with the textures, make sure everything looks regular and normal. So the plugin I'm using to do a lot of this is called Object Color. It's pretty easy to use, pretty easy to function with. Probably one of the best plugins that's been made. So usually what you want to start with is you want to recolor all of the all of the simple things like the nameplate, the cuffs, the neck, all of that. Unless you have a unless you have a jersey that's gonna have separate cuffs or a different color cuff, that type of thing, or the jersey has a cuff color or a cuff design, then that's when I would leave it at last. Because for the Lions, for example, they have a little design on their sides, so that's why I'm gonna leave that as a different blue color, so it's easier for me to design that. This jersey template will not be posted because this is for a brand that's gonna be made, no, in the near future. You guys will have to wait till it comes out, obviously. But this probably from one of the best designers I know, Elevar and KW. KW's in the server, but just give them a shout out for this template. Okay, so as you can see here, everything is just overbearingly dark, over just way too realistic. It just looks like a t-shirt at a point. So what you want to do is you want to lower a lot of these down. I gave you a little, I gave you some help by telling you what exactly wrinkles should be around. So you want to make it like that, obviously. Again, you can have a jersey that's wrinkled, just not way too overbearingly wrinkled. We're not gonna touch the arm wrinkles yet because I haven't even done anything for the arm wrinkles. And then the as you can see, the texture is way too high because they use the navy blue jersey. What you want to do is you want to make that a lot lower because your jersey is a lot lighter. Shading, you want to have that a bit on the lower side. You want to mess with this pad stuff just a tad bit. Okay, so this one's for the pad and back plate. So you want to have that on the lower side. This one's the lining, so just have that barely showing. And then the shadow, this is gonna make it look a little more realistic. So you want to have that on the lower side as well. So as they're better designers, they do add a lot more things that make it look a lot more realistic, if that makes sense. So they add a lot more nameplate, wrinkles, and all of that stuff just to make their jerseys pop out, which isn't a problem, but it also makes it a lot harder to design sometimes. But you just have to really just get past that. And you can see they have these little wrinkles on the cuffs, so you want to mess with that too. Just make that a bit lower. The jersey mesh dots. This is that little design there. Lighting. Pink plate, olive lining, and as you can see, they put a lot more work into their stuff, so it sometimes will take a bit longer, you know, to mess with the textures, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have a really good looking jersey. So it's a little more overbearing, just more realistic looking. So that's kind of where you want it to be. Just probably one nitpicky thing that I can do is probably fix the stuff up here, which is a bit OD wrinkled. So we're gonna fix that really quick. Shoulder wrinkles, let's make that a bit lower. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna mess with the lining and all that stuff. So we're gonna keep the lining at 22. We're also gonna keep the stitching on the lower 45, and the white stitching we will put that down just a tad bit. White lining we'll put that down a tad bit as well. Depth, we'll put that down a bit as well. We don't want anything to be too overbearing. This we'll have at 20-ish. Actual stitching we'll do right there. We'll put down just a bit. Just put down just a bit. White lining we're gonna put down again just a bit. And then the little dot design we'll put down just a bit. Textural depth, that adds that little cool little texture. Keep that up a bit. Lines, that down just a bit. And boom, you have the collar part done. So let's do what we can do. Okay, we'll do the jersey lining and stitching now. So we're gonna keep this on the lower side of it. Keep this on the lower side as well. Keep this around there. Keep this out there. The depth, we'll do 37. 37. Make sure these are all overlays. Normal, okay. And 37. We're gonna lower that just a bit too. I'm gonna mess with the middle parts just a bit. Just the front just a tad bit. Not too overbearing. Oh, I forgot about this one right here. Mess with that just a bit. Mess with this just a bit. And then we're gonna go back to the cuff toning. Mess with the cuffs just a tad bit as well. So you can see a bit overbearing like that. Okay, so now we're back. So since our cuffs were just a bit overbearing, we're just gonna put that down a bit, and it's still a bit overbearing, obviously. So what we're gonna do is mess with the lining. Wrinkles, we already messed with that, but let's keep that a bit higher. The white lining, we need a bit lower. White stitching, we need a bit lower. Cuff stitching, we need a bit lower. Cuff lining, there isn't any. Oh, there is, so we're just gonna keep that a bit on the lower side as well. So on the bottom part, the wrinkles are a bit overbearing, so what we do is we're gonna make that like that. Boom. Now you have a good start on a jersey. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the stripes. And remember when I said we didn't really touch on the little, it's on the parts where it's like on the arm wrinkles, we didn't touch that at all. So this is when we work on that. So what I usually do for my my lining or my designs is I get a centering tool, which is usually in Michael's templates. So Michael has a centering tool right here. Copy and then paste that up here. So for designs, you want to get your line tool. For simple stripes, start here. And then you just basically play with it. Like, you want to have your thing a bit curved. And then what you do is from here, you just copy that and paste it to the other side. So how to copy and paste? I do it like this. So for the lining tool, you want to see that back line, and then you go to the middle. What you want to do is from there, you copy that, paste, 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 and then you kind of switch it to the other side. And then boom, you have one of your stripes. So for this, they have 2 small stripes and 1 big stripe. So let's copy paste that again. And then we're gonna do that. We're gonna merge it. We're gonna move our thing down just a tad bit. Now, a bit of the hard part, we're gonna have to do the middle stripe. So what I'll do is, since it's a bit larger, I'll do 6. Same thing to where you want to make it look like it's in the middle of both of these. So just mess with it till it looks like it's in the middle of both. That's basically it. Now what you want to do is, again, same thing. You want to go over here, copy the stripe. No, you want to go to the middle black line, copy it, copy, paste, and bring it all the way over to here. Boom, you have your stripes right there. Now to delete the excess, you do that. Then boom. Now you want to color the outsides. Shadow, you want to mess with the shadow. No, not really, actually. Gradient, let's mess with that just a bit. I'm gonna put it down. The sleeve cap wrinkles are those little big wrinkles over there. Lining, stitch, line, sleeve cap lining. So for lining, you want to have one layer, and then usually what I do to make it like the little you see the little things over here from our our stripes. What I want to do is I want to erase a bit of the sides, and you don't have to be too nitpicky. Actually, you don't really need to even erase the sides. What I do on top of this is I put my sleeve cap lining, I duplicate this, and then I make one blue, and then I put this one on top and mess with that one. So your stripes don't look as pixelated. That makes sense. And then you want to mess with the stitching, lining, all of that, as you obviously know by now. And then let's lower the gradient just like a tad bit. Shadow, let's put the shadow down just a bit more. And then boom, you have a jersey right there. Now, what you'll need to do is you want to get that, copy paste. You want to make sure it's in the center of all of that. And then I think it's moved down just an inch. Wait. Ooh. Okay, so a tip is when you mess with your lining and all of that. So after, what you want to do is you want to move your stripes down just an inch. Wait. Just an inch. There. Now it's fully covered, and you have clean looking lines. Now, what you want to do is the top. So, Lions, if I'm not wrong, they just have an NFL logo, which they make it a lot easier for you guys. And then they have the two logos on the sides. So usually you'll find NFL logos on different temps. If they don't have it, you can just get one online. So let's look at my NFL logo. Save as NFL logo XD. So you just get one. NFL logo XD. So to resize images, I use the thing up here. So for this one, let's do 16, 11. And then let's go back all the way to our neck jewel. And then you want to put the NFL logo on top of that. Since the jewel is a bit bigger, you kind of want to make it a bit bigger to match it. And then if you all So as I was saying, if you also saw the thing, they also do have Nike logos on top up here. So since I don't want to get DMCA'd, I'm not gonna put the Nike logos. But we just need to finish up our final thing, which is our back over here, and we're gonna fix the name color or the nameplate. So the nameplate lining, what you want to do is you want to just contrast, make that black, all the way black, and then you want to lower it to your liking where it looks good, and then you want to change the underlay down a bit. Then boom, you have a solid ass looking jersey. So you see this big thing right there. It's kind of pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. Which is the strap. So you want to lower that down just a bit. And now it doesn't piss you off as much. And then there you go. You just made yourself a nice looking jersey. If you need any help asking questions, but obviously here you go. You just made your Lions jersey.